Good morning and a pleasant good day to you wherever you are in the world watching us and tuning in to Bricks Kids Live. We're happy to have you joining us today. I don't know if you look outside, it has been raining all week and it's a lovely day. I enjoy the rain and I'm so happy for the plants who really needed some water. I know some people look at the rain and think it's, oh my, but no, it's a happy day. It's good to have all different weathers, and God made these weather for us and for the plants. So, good day to you wherever you are. My name is Craig and I'm here with you for another session in Bricks Kids Live. And today we are focusing on lessons learned from others and influence. Lessons learned from others and influence. It's a special month in the UK, a special month where we celebrate and we appreciate all the heroes, black heroes of past and present. And throughout this month, we're going to be focusing on some lessons learned from the past, the present, and how we can influence others for the future. Just want to say thank you to all the children who joined us last night on Friday Favorites. So, what do we have in store for us? Lots of fun and activities. What do I have? I have a glass of milk. I have some earbuds. What do I do with them? I don't know. I have some food coloring. Yes, lots of different colors. I have my plate. I have my cup of dishwashing liquid. And I have Oreos. Not to eat. Do you like Oreos? Stay tuned. And I have a piece of paper. Wow, what am I going to do with this? Now, we are going to learn more, but before we even start, we need to warm up our voices. So, let's get ready to warm our voices and sing as we start with our song, To God Be the Glory. So let's get ready and sing along, boys and girls, To God Be the Glory. To God be the glory. Great things He have done. I love that song. Hello, Janelle.
Hi, everybody.
How are you?
I'm good.
You are good. Now, Janelle, have you done anything about Black History in school this week, or have you heard anything about that?
No, No.
No. I asked some children yesterday about what do they know about Black history, or what do they want to learn about Black history? What do they understand about Black history? What do you know or understand when they say Black History Month? What is that?
It's well, I think I understand that it's about black people that were heroes.
That were heroes. Can you tell any black heroes? Or do you have a favorite one?
No.
No? You know, interested in yesterday when I asked some children that, some children said me. No, just one child said that. No, but another child said he was his hero. And I thought, that's brilliant, because we have to think of ourselves as being hero. Yes, we have lots of heroes that have gone through and we have seen them, but these heroes have influences and we have learned some lessons from them. What does it mean to inspire? What does it mean
It means that you want to be like them or something like them.
You want to, when you get inspiration from it, a lesson, you want to be like them and to do like what they have done. Now, what do you understand by lessons learned from them? Lessons learned. When you learn lessons, what lessons have you learned this week?
I've learned. We did history
Really? Yes. And what did you learn?
about the Romans.
About the. Is there anything you would like about learning from about the Romans?
Not really.
Not really. No. The question I want to ask, and if boys and girls, if you're out there, I know Christian, you're watching and you're listening, so you can always send me what you think. What does it take to influence someone or to inspire someone? Do you have to be big? Do you have to be on the television? Do you have to be well?
Not really.
Not really. So
You don't have to be. Well, you can just, like, maybe if you just want your friend to know about it, then you show them, and then they show their friend, and then they show their friend until it gets the whole entire world.
you know, that's exactly what we're talking about today. How do we learn lessons from others, but how do we inspire others? And our special book of the month, what is it?
Hip and hop.
Hip and Hop. And what is it about, John? Just give us, don't tell us the entire story. What is it about? Hip and Hop is our
It's
book.
about that you can do anything, anything that you want to do, anything that you want to be, you can do it.
You can be anything, you can do anything you want to be. And the author, Akala, is also a black man, a young black man from London. So we are excited to be looking at this book, and I want you to read that book. And there's a line, a verse in that book that comes up very often. I want you to use that verse, and you are going to create a song around that. So write a song. It's about, when you read that story, it's about anything you can do. We'll put more information on our website, but use those lines and write your own song to inspire, to tell others that they can do anything. Today's thing we are going to say, when I say it, our lesson is, be humble, do your best to help others, and
Trust Jesus.
again, be humble, do your best to help others, and
Trust Jesus.
so we are going to have, because if we're going to inspire people, we have to be humble, but we try to help others to do their best and inspire Jesus. So let me know from you, boys and girls, who is your hero and who inspires you, and who have you inspired. We are talking about Black History Month, but you are one of those people who can inspire anyone. So we are going to sing our next song, because to inspire anybody, we need to lean on Jesus. So we're going to sing Leaning on the Everlasting Arms of Jesus, before we then hear a story from Auntie Michelle.
What a fellowship, what a joy divine, leaning on the everlasting arms. What a blessedness, what a peace is mine, leaning
never said you had to be a girl to be a cheerleader. Are you a cheerleader? Let me hear you give a cheer. Like, yeah, hooray! Or, hooray, hooray, yay! Have you ever inspired anyone? Given encouragement? Are you too young, you think? No. All of us can be an inspiration. All of us have been inspired or encouraged by someone, haven't we? I am Jethro. Have you ever heard of me? Maybe not. But my son-in-law is a very famous man. His name is Moses. Moses' parents were very good to him. They were inspirational. They saved him from the king who wanted to kill all the baby boys. His mom, she hid him on the river Nile in a basket. And his sister Miriam, she watched the basket to make sure he was okay. And the princess, the daughter of the king who wanted to kill the babies, she found him and she wanted to take him. But Miriam had a good suggestion. And she said, I know someone who can take care of him for you until he's old enough. And sure enough, the princess said yes. And Miriam found her mom. And they took care of Moses for 7 years. Who is 7 years old? Raise your hands. You're 7 last year? Are you 7 next year? Raise your hands. Yay! Well, Moses, he went to live in the palace of the Pharaoh, the king of Egypt. And Moses, he had the best education he could have in Egypt. He learned all the sciences, the maths. He was very bright. But he also learned the ways of Pharaoh, which weren't very good. But when Moses was a big man, he chose to follow Jesus. Because the inspiration of his parents and from his early training, that's what kept him. He trusted in the one true God. Now Moses, as a big man, he did something bad. And he had to run away from Egypt because they wanted to kill him. And so he found himself in the desert. And one day, my daughters went to water the sheep, and as always, they got beaten up sometimes by those shepherd boys. They didn't want my daughters to take care of the sheep. But this particular day, they came home very early and happy. And I said to them, girls, how did you get home so early? And they said, oh, a man helped us. And I said to them, so where's the man? Oh, we left him at the well. Go and get him, bring him home. We have to take care of him. And so Moses stayed with us. And eventually he married my eldest daughter Zipporah. And they had 2 children. Now, one day Moses came to me and he said, I need to go back to Egypt to deliver the children of Israel. The Lord has called me. And so Moses left home and he went to Egypt. Now, it took a long time, but then I heard of all the wonderful things that Jehovah God was doing for the children of Israel. How he had taken them through miraculous ways, the miracles, and also through the Red Sea. Oh, I praise God for that. But one day I thought it was time now for Moses to see his own family. So I sent word to him that I was coming. And so I took Zipporah and his 2 children out into the wilderness to meet him. Moses was very happy to see us. He was, and we were very happy to see him. He told us all the wonderful things that God had done, and we praised him, and we made sacrifices to the God of Jehovah, the God Jehovah. And the next day, while we were there, from early in the morning, we saw the people lining up to come to Moses. Moses was going to judge the people. They came to him with all their problems. Now, boys and girls, have you ever been to a football match? No? Yes? You've watched it on the telly. Have you ever seen a match between Arsenal and Manchester United? Have you seen the stadiums? Filled with people, packed. Well, the children of Israel were just as much as all those people. And can you imagine all those people coming to Moses to bring their problems to him and get them solved? Oh, I saw that was too much for Moses. And when the day was done, I had to say to my dear son-in-law, Moses, that is too much for you. You will break yourself. You will get sick. You will wear the people and yourself. You need help. What you must do, take my advice, son, and I'm sure the Lord is going to agree with what I'm saying to you. Get men, good godly men, who will be in charge of thousands of people, and some in charge of hundreds, and 10. And then let them deal with the simple things, and then the hard matters, let them bring those to you. Boys and girls, my son-in-law, he was so happy for those instructions. And he said, thank you, my dear father. You have inspired me all through this wilderness journey of mine. You've given me a lovely wife. You've supported us. And now, after all these miracles that God has shown, you have come and also given me more wisdom. I thank you so much. Boys and girls, it doesn't matter if you're little, if you're young, you're old. You can inspire others. Your grandparents can inspire you, just as maybe they've inspired your parents. So, just do all that you can. Look out for others. Give little good instructions. In your class, help someone with their work. One day, who knows, they may say that you have been their hero. Now we're going to sing the song, You Forgave Me.
You take all the pieces of my life, put them back together, make it all alright. Oh, you forgive me. Only you can heal my broken heart, make all things new with a brand new start. Oh, you forgive me. You forgive me. I try so hard to do things right, but I make the wrong choice sometimes. And you forgive me. No one knows me, God, like you. You see who I am, not what I do. And you forgive me. You take all the pieces of my life, put them back together, make it all alright. Oh, you forgive me. Only you can heal my broken heart, make all things new with a brand new start. Oh, you forgive me.
Welcome back. Did you like that story? Yes, you did? Great. So now we want to do an activity, Janelle. We want to color our world. Color our world. I love colors. I love paintings. I love to see beautiful things, don't you?
Yeah.
So how do we color our world? Now we're going to do an experiment, or we're going to do an activity that you can try at home, boys and girls. You just need some milk, a white plate, and you need Q-tip or cotton bud, or you have toothpicks and some soap and coloring, food coloring. So we're going to try some activity here. I have a glass of milk, and you can see my glass of milk here, and I have some different color coloring, food coloring, and I have my soap, and I have some cotton buds here. Now this milk represents the people of the world, so I'm going to pour some in Janelle's plate. Oops. Alright.
And your plate.
And my plate. So I'm showing some in your plate and in my plate. Now I have another plate, another set of milk here that I want to show you. This is what happens. So we have this milk, and these colors represent people. So what I want you to do, just drop some, put some drops in yours. You can use in it.
Oh,
I'm going to put some in mine.
I need some
Whatever color, we are putting them all over, and I'm putting some in my cup there. And we see when we are in the world, when we put ourselves in the world and we just go, there's not much happening. So not much, just a drop in there, not much happening right now. When we put these things in, the world is there, just spots. So it's like us, we are like just spots in the world. But I'm going to show you how, when we depend on Jesus and trust Jesus and have him in our lives, how we make a difference, because we need to make sure that we trust
nice. Yours
Jesus.
Nice.
Mine look nice.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm making some little spots here, and I'm putting some in this, and I'm going to ask for a spoon, because I need a spoon to show you what happened if we don't have Jesus and we have all these people. They will see us, and we are in the world with these people, and we continue there. We are in the world. This is what happened, boys and girls. If you are in the world and you try to mix up, look what happened to my milk. It looks disgusting. It looks disgusting, and we just muddle the world, and it gets darker and darker. Now, Janelle have done her, and if you look, boys and girls, let's move these out of the way so you can see there's not much happening. Okay, you can stop there, Janelle, and just make some dots. We need to color our world. We need to influence our world, boys and girls. So how do we influence the world? What we need to do is to make sure we are trusting in Jesus, right? So this is going to represent, the soap liquid is going to be representing of Jesus. So what I want you to do, Janelle, I'm going to put those in, and what you need to do is dip them into the spots. Just dip them into the spots, and let's see what happens when we do that.
Wow.
Can you see something happening?
I want to do yours.
You want to do mine? Can you see something happening? Spreading out. So if you dip it in and they start to spread out, you can see they spread out, and it starts to make a difference, and the colors all go over and move. So boys and girls, that's what I want you to be able to do. Go into the world, color the world, change, because when you try to do it on your own, it's not making a difference. But when you put Jesus in the mix, it doesn't cloud up the world like this and make it look dirty. It makes it look beautiful, and we have patterns forming, and your influence will spread onto each other and help others all over. So as we use the soap to drop into the different colors, it just spreads, and you can see the pattern starts to form. That's what we want to do. We want to color the world. We want to be an influence to others. And our Bible text this week is taken from Hebrews. It's taken from Hebrews 10 verse 24, and it says, "Let us consider how we may spur each other on towards love and good deeds." Let us consider how we might spur. What does it mean, spur? Influence?
Yeah.
Move others on to good deeds and love. And that's what we need to do. Spur each other on. Make sure we influence others with our love, with the things we do. Now we are going to sing our next song, "We Can Trust Him." So let's get ready as we sing our song, "We Can Trust Him."
If there's one thing we can count on, it's that God will never let us down, and we can trust everything He does. He keeps His promises, we know, because, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, yeah. Oh, yeah. If there's one thing we can count on, it's that God will never let us down, and we can trust everything He does. He keeps His promises, we know, because, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him. Yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him. Yeah, the word of the Lord holds true. We can trust Him, we can trust Him, we can trust Him, we can trust Him.
Welcome back. Yes, indeed, we can trust Him. So we're going to continue. Jonel, come along and help me here, because I know you love Oreos, don't you? You can't. Look at her looking at my Oreos. Now, Jonel, before we even touch our Oreos, you have been on a plane before, do you?
Yep.
Yeah, you have been. And do you know how aeroplanes fly? How do these big, massive things get so high up in the air? Do you know?
With the, I don't know actually.
You don't know. So you've been on an aeroplane all this time, and you're not curious to think, this heavy thing, like imagine this Oreo, if I have it in the air like this and let go, what happened?
It just falls.
And this is not even as heavy as an aeroplane. So why doesn't the aeroplane just fall down like that? Now, I'm going to tell you what happened. How does an aeroplane fly? You see, it needs one thing, or two things. It needs speed, and it needs, what you think the other thing is?
Gas.
Yeah, we might need those things, yes, petrol, but it needs something to get it up in the air.
Wings.
It needs the wings, which is very important. The wings are what?
Wheels.
Wheels to run along, yes.
To make you go fast.
Yes, but
So
there's something
go
else.
up into
There's
there.
something else that it needs to get up in the air that works with the wings. So, what is it?
Heaviness. Oh, air.
Yes, it needs air, and so the wing is one of the most important part that makes it go up, but it needs air. So the wings are formed specially to get the air to lift it up. I'm going to demonstrate that with this piece of paper. Now, imagine this is the wing, right? What do you notice with this piece of paper? It is hanging down. Yes. Now, the wings, the breath I'm going to blow here for the wings are like God. It is like God, right? So we are going to blow, and the paper is us. So the paper is us, and we are going to blow the air, which is God's breath. Now, what happened? Look what happened when, and I'm going to hold it here. Look what happened when I blow over. What do you think is going to happen when I blow over the paper? So I'm going to put it below my lip and I'm going to blow. What do you think is going to happen?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, look. Let's do it from side and see.
Oh, it does. I want to try.
What happened?
It blows.
It blows, and what happened to it?
It goes.
It lifted it up.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Keep blowing. So don't hold it. So keep it here. Blow now. Yeah, you have to have lots of air.
Let me try.
So what happened, boys? What happened, boys and girls, is that the air blows above, and it's like His mercy, His grace flows over us and lift us up, and that's what He wants us to do, for us to humble ourselves, because this paper have to be humble and submit himself to me, and I blow, and because of that air, it lifts it up, it heals and lifts up the paper. If you look at the bottom, it will do too, but you need the air, and that's how the plane does it. And Jesus wants to lift us up in our relationship. At school, at home, at church, wherever we are, He wants to lift up our relationship. He wants to lift up us in our community to be an influence, but most of all, He wants to lift us up and draw close to Him, to be with Him forever. He wants us to always be His friends. Now, why do I have these Oreos? To eat. Yes, to eat. So I'm going to take these Oreos because sometimes, Jonelle, we are in the world. Yeah, you will get an Oreo to eat. You're not gonna eat it now though. Let me just demonstrate this first. So, the Oreos didn't come out. It was broken. So let us get one that is not broken. So the Oreos, sometimes we are they're all broken. Those are the ones you're gonna eat. So this is my Oreo, right? And we are in the world, and sometimes it's very hard to influence and do the right thing. But no matter how much we squeeze, you see what happened? We squeeze, we might get break, but we are still able to be sweet and nice. But let's look at another one, Jenna. We have lots of Oreos. Sometimes people might not like you and think, or you think you're not making an influence, and they might decide, you know what, I don't want to be with you, and they move away from you. But when they move away from you, what do you see still left on? The cream. And it doesn't matter, that's the influence, and it doesn't matter how much you try to get, let's use this one. No matter how much you try to get rid of the cream off it, and you wipe the cream, you wipe the cream off, no matter how much you wipe the cream off, what is happening?
It's still there.
It's still there. And no matter how much you wipe it,
still there.
It's still there. So that's your influence. Yes. That's your influence, boys and girls. Doesn't matter. You might think you're not influencing somebody. You might think you're not doing something great. You might think that nobody is bothered about you, but you're still making a difference and you're influencing others. And it doesn't matter how far they might go away from you, still a bit of them, a bit of you is still left in them. And they'll remember something you have said, something you have done for the rest of their lives. So let us influence. Let us be humble and do your best to influence others. And
trust Jesus.
And remember our Bible verse, there's a Bible verse in James 4 verse 10 says, submit yourself and in humility to God. So you don't do it boastfully, but humble yourself. So we're going to sing our next song because Jesus did something great for all of us. He went on that cross, on an old rugged cross. Let's sing that song.
On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross. And I love that old cross where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. And I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. On a hill far away stood an old rugged cross, the emblem of suffering and shame. And I love that old cross where the dearest and best for a world of lost sinners was slain. So I'll cherish the old rugged cross till my trophies at last I lay down. And I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. And I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown.
The old rugged cross. Jesus did something amazing for us so is the greatest influencer of all. He is the hero we all should inspire to be like. But as we go throughout this week, I want you to consider try to do something, inspire someone this week or this coming week, and learn 3 new things from someone. So, inspire someone and learn 3 new things. But I want you to also think about the person in history, as you might study during the month, some person from the past, Rosa Parks or Martin Luther King or Mandela or Bob Marley or whoever it is from long ago who is of great influence and have been thought about and talked about all over. Learn something from them and be inspired by their story. But also, find a Bible character that influences you. So, who is your hero from the Bible? And why do they influence you? And lastly, but most importantly, there must be someone in your community that you can inspire or is inspired by. So it might be someone at school, someone in your neighborhood, someone at your church, someone in your club, someone in your home. Who is it that is inspiring you in your community? So, some inspiration from the Bible, some inspiration from someone long ago, or some inspiration from someone close to you, in your home, in your family. But remember, Jesus is the greatest and most influential, and He is the one who, above all, you should be learning from. So we all need to remember to be humble, trust Jesus, do your best and trust Jesus. Hello, Jonelle.
Hi.
What did you learn this week? Anything? No? Who did you inspire this week? Anyone?
Maybe. I don't know.
You don't know. Well, next week is your challenge to learn about a Bible. Do you have a special Bible hero who inspires you?
Maybe Esther.
Esther. So you have Esther. Who inspired you in from long ago? Which of those people you learned from? Mary Seacole, Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
Bob Marley. And who inspired you in your community, your church, your home, your...
You.
Me. Thank you, Jonelle. Just me?
Everybody.
Mommy?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure. Mommy inspires you too. So, we have come to the end, Jonelle. Were you inspired?
Yes.
Did you learn?
Yes.
What did you learn?
I learned to inspire people.
To inspire people.
Yeah.
To make sure you allow Jesus to lift you up. Let his spirit hover over you and blow you up into the air and take you higher and higher and higher and inspire others.
I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a child of God. I know that I am loved. He hears me when I pray. He always makes a way. I am His and He is mine. I am the prize He came to find. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a child of God. I know that I am loved. He hears me when I pray. He always makes a way. I am His and He is mine. And I am the prize He came to find. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. A priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a treasure. I am a treasure.
There's something special I want to tell everybody about, Jonelle. That includes you. I've not told you either. It's coming up to Christmas, isn't it?
Yes.
And we're planning a big end of year Christmas celebration.
Yay!
And I want all you boys and girls to think of your favorite Christmas song or your favorite song about the life of Jesus, the birth of Jesus, a Christmas carol, a Christmas hymn, whatever it is. And I want you to think of your favorite, sing it for us, record yourself, sing it, and send it to us, because we're going to have a big end of year Christmas choral service. And get your parents to record you. And if you're interested to take part and lead in sections, just let us know, and we'll send you the information for you to record and send it to us. So we have 2 months to go, and I'm excited, looking forward to this big end of year Christmas service. Do you have a special Christmas song?
Not yet.
Not yet. You know which one is my favorite? Mary, did you know?
Oh.
You know that one?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Maybe that's mine.
That's yours?
Maybe.
Mary, did you know? So sounds nice, isn't it? So anyway, boys and girls, that's what your challenge is. To find one of your favorite Christmas song, record yourself singing it, and send it to us. Or it might be your favorite Christmas poem, or the favorite part of the Christmas story. You could read it and recite it and share it with us. And you can send it to info@brickskids.org, or send it to our, it should be on the screen. You should see info@brickskids.org, or telephone 07866437262. You can WhatsApp that to us, and we're happy to include that. So thank you to all our contributors over the period, to Dian, to Live Street Kids and Group Publishing for the music. Thank you to Auntie Michelle, to Janelle, to Akil, technicians behind the scene. We want to thank you. Don't forget, Friday Favorites is on Fridays at 7:30. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, to our Facebook channel, to our Instagram. Subscribe, like us, share it with others, and
Please follow us.
follow us so you will be notified when we have our programs live. And anything else? Remember, the book of the month, we need to read that book, and it's going to be writing a song using the verse, and that all the information will be on our website, in our blog. So we have come to the end of the day. We want to thank you for joining us. Thank you for staying the course with us. And anything you want to share with us, still share. We are be happy to hear from you. Until then, we're going to sing that song, Light of the World, because I want you to be the light of the world. So, from us here, it's bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.